I'm Diane Moore, and I'm a professor at the Harvard Divinity School, where I teach courses in contemporary understanding of religion. My training is in ethics, so lots of what I teach are contemporary questions around religion, gender and sexuality, religion, war and peace, issues related to contemporary questions involving religion. I also direct a project here called the Religious Literacy Project, and the purpose of the Religious Literacy Project is to promote and enhance the public understanding of religion. I believe really strongly in three fundamental assumptions about religion in our contemporary world. First of all, that there's a widespread lack of understanding about religion, or what I call religious illiteracy, that spans the globe. And I can make that claim because I've had the privilege of working with teachers from different places throughout the world, in Pakistan, in Kenya, in Egypt, in Indonesia, in parts of India, and certainly all across the United States. And I realized with that experience that there are consistent assumptions about religion that are very persistent across those differences, even though the specific dimensions of how those come out, lack of understanding about religion, are unique to each circumstance. So the first assumption is that there's this widespread illiteracy about religion. The second consequence is that lack of understanding about religion fuels prejudice and bigotry and hinders cooperative endeavors in local, national, and global contexts. And that's the one I'm most concerned about, the civic consequences of that lack of understanding about religion. And then the third assumption I make is that a better understanding about religion won't erase bigotry and prejudice, but it can absolutely diminish unwitting reproduction of bigotry and prejudice in all contexts. And teachers are the primary source of hope for me, in the sense that they work with students in their classrooms and that they are a front line in helping to promote tolerance and understanding across a range of differences, and religion can be a really primary one. Now, there's a lot of misunderstanding about the lack of, or the notion that we have to separate religion from education, that the separation of church and state means we can't teach about religion in schools. Unfortunately, that's a real misunderstanding and misrepresentation. The separation of church and state means that you can't promote a particular religion, but that it absolutely supports the importance of learning about religion as one dimension of cultural competence and multiculturalism in our very diverse and pluralist world. And so what we're promoting here through the Religious Literacy Project itself is an opportunity for teachers especially, but other people in other professions, to have a way to understand religion. It's not a religious literacy promoting a ritual understanding of religious practices, although that's interesting and important. But what we're really trying to promote here is how to understand the complex roles that religions play in human experience in both contemporary and historical contexts. So, for example, there are three fundamental assertions that we make about religion itself that is what we promote through the project, and then provide opportunities for teachers to teach about that through illustrations. The first is that religions are internally diverse. They're not static, they're not uniform, they're not the same. And that the importance of recognizing that internal diversity isn't just about that there are Roman Catholics and Mormons and Methodists in Christianity, although that is a diversity, but also that even within communities, religious communities, there's incredible diversity, incredible richness, even within a singular religious congregation, that there will be remarkable diversity there, because religion is a living and evolving experience of human expression. The second assumption is that religions evolve and change along with different human experiences. So that, again, religion isn't a static, ahistorical entity, but is unique to historical and cultural expression. So that even religions that share the same frameworks of belief, their expression of how they express those beliefs really will change. And then finally, religions are embedded in all dimensions of human experience and can't be isolated in the form of ritual practice or personal devotional expression. So that the power of religion as it is enforced throughout societies is really present, so that when we ask the religion lens, We see that religion and politics can't be separated. Religion and economics can't be separated. Religion and culture can't be separated, that they inform one another and infuse one another. And through the Religious Literacy Project here at Harvard Divinity School and through my own personal work, I have had the privilege again of working with many different educators to think, how do you think about religion, to learn how to think about religion, and to move away from the way that we tend to teach about religion as isolated ritual expression. So when we think about world history then, religion, if you ask the question, where's religion in world history? It's everywhere. It isn't just in the world history or the religion unit in world history. But in the United States context, we can take something like slavery in the United States and we can see all these dimensions play out where religion's both internally diverse and that it evolves and changes by thinking about the ways that slavery was supported by Christianity in many parts of our early parts of the United States history, where Christian traditions and the letters of Paul and sometimes the Gospels would be interpreted to support the institution of slavery. But we also know that many of the abolitionists were inspired deeply by other interpretations of Christianity, whereby justice and human rights were emphasized and recognized through their faith that expressions of slavery were antithetical to belief in Jesus Christ, for example. So this becomes an example of the sorts of things that we're trying to help encourage people to think about and to understand, again, the complex roles that religions play in all dimensions of human experience through that recognition of internal diversity, evolution and change, and the ways that religions are embedded in all dimensions of experience.